Well, hello there. I've got a couple juicy XRP stories for you, guaranteed to keep us relevant, and an update in regards to stablecoin bills. Could it happen this summer? Maybe. We'll also talk price action along with the gold markets selling off. Does that mean safe haven is over and the crypto risk play is on?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And real quick, take a look at this chart. Look at those red candlesticks. That's the gold chart, everyone. So think about this, right? Gold is used as a safe haven asset. When things are wonky in the world, players pile into gold. But when things start getting safe, right, when things start getting less risky, people get out of gold and then they could go into risk like crypto assets. So is the gold sell-off this morning telling us that the crypto play is on? I don't know, but that chart right there tells us that what? Players in the gold market are at least taking profits and we're holding our own. But before we get into the crypto news, your comments come first. The Hudson says, hey, please refer to Gary Gensler as the Gargly Guzzler. Well done, sir. And remember, Gary the Huang? Yeah, I got that picture still loaded. Jeremy Touche hanging out with us, dropping support on the channel. Thank you, Jeremy, and thank you for being a channel member. Says Klaus is the type of person everyone wants to hang out with. I would love to sit around a campfire with him and listen to his best ghost stories. Shout out to my friend Trick. Oh, I love going camping, but when I camp, I like to camp at altitude, so y'all would have to keep up with me. Pedro Quiro says, Buenos tardes, Klaus. Well, it's in the morning, so for me, it's Buenos dias, senor. Adelante, hoy dia. Thanks for your work. Keep us updated on this crypto roller coaster. Roller coaster, yes. Maintaining price, yes. And BTC, will you start pumping to take us with you? Bitcoin sitting at 104,055. Happy hump day to you all. ETH at 2612, XRP's at 258. Sol 179, while 8 is at 82 cents. Market looks pretty healthy overall. But look at the gold markets. Let's do this, right? Let's go to the 1 month for gold and let's switch this out and let's go to the mountain. So what I'm talking about, players have been pumping gold, taking profits. Pumping gold, taking profits. Now here's the thing though. This is the lowest we have seen the price of gold in over a month. So is the safe haven play over and now we get to pile into the risky assets? Well, the Senate, yeah, they're working on stablecoin rags. Senate works to jumpstart stablecoin legislation. The window is now, he said. We will see if reasonableness will prevail. Bloomberg adds that Senator Angela Alsobrooks of Maryland, the chief Democratic sponsor of the legislation, said that lawmakers have continued to work to advance the bill. Basically, the bill died. Now they're trying to find ways to make it work. Essentially, what Senate Democrats want, no crypto ownership for Republicans, Democrats, anyone associated, White House members, stuff like that. So basically, it's okay to insider trade stocks, but it's not okay to insider trade crypto. The report notes that progressive Democrats such as Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts and Jeff Merkley of Oregon have led an effort to block Trump and other officials from profiting from crypto ventures while in office. But what about stocks? Y'all insider trade the living shit out of that. I think they're just upset because they didn't get into crypto. So now they're pissed that their friends got into it, that their friends bought the dip, and now they're sitting here going, "Aw, I didn't buy XRP at 30 cents. Meanwhile, Rand Paul and Josh Hawley, both Republicans, sought a provision of bartech giants such as Amazon and Meta from issuing stablecoins. Okay, so we had 2 Republican senators who opposed it as well. Basically, they kind of want the stablecoins to go through the banks rather than business. It does, if the U.S. does manage to create stablecoin regs, it could cement stablecoin legitimacy in 2025. The odds now are pushed back all the way out, everyone, to August. Meanwhile, the market cap of stablecoins jumped 20 billion to 246 billion. Whoa, that's a lot. And most stablecoins are pegged to the dollar. Dollar strength? All right, now let's get into XRP related news. This is good for relevance. Listen to what I'm saying. This is big for relevance. The CME Group says mark your calendars for the CFTC regulated product. That's right, and this is real. The source is not trust me, bro. The source is not some cracked out smack monkey on X. This is actually coming from who? The CME Group, Chicago in the house. However, the CME Group deleted the announcement from its beta website. Remember that beta announcement I brought you and people are like, oh bro, but this is false? Was it? It wasn't, it was real. Triggering concerns that the exchange might have canceled its plans. 2 months later, the CME Group debuted Solana Futures, announced plans to launch similar product for XRP. Now, granted, it's settled in cash, which sucks, but it's going to help and keep us relevant. The CME's latest announcement confirms it's on track to launch the XRP Futures on May 19th. What would be the best was if it was settled in XRP. But look, this keeps us relevant. The case wasn't the best for us, but it kept us relevant in the news. My tea is starting to go. I'll be right back. Had to make some green tea this morning because my throat's bugging me a little bit. Recovery is not linear. But the CME's latest announcement says it confirms that it's on track to launch the XRP futures contract on May 19th. Once the CME's future contract launches, market participants can trade the product under two baskets, a small one of 2,500 XP and a larger one of 50,000. But it's settled in cash. That's the poopy part, but it keeps us relative. And that's kind of what we have to look at, all right? Some news is going to affect price. Some news is going to give us some relevance play. The case was not good for us in terms of, oh, bro, price action. No, but the case kept us relevant. The case kept us what, everyone? In the top 10 all the time. The case kept us in the news. The case in the fight against the SEC kept us as the shield that protected crypto. Yeah, it's true. Let's keep learning. Oh, by the way, this and everything else you've seen in the video, it's all linked in the description below. So, all these cum guzzlers down here that are like, oh yeah, this is awesome. It is good, but it's not like super good. Why? Because it's settled in cash, not in XRP. Coinbase to launch wrapped XRP on layer 2. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, the introduction of wrapped versions of several popular altcoins, including XRP, is beneficial for the base network and again brings relevancy to XRP. They would only launch wrapped XRP products if what, everyone? If there was a demand for XRP products. The network, which now has become a top layer 2 network in less than 2 years, looks to continue its dominance. With base now the number 1 layer 2 by TVL according to L2Beat, the network wants to maintain that position, having wrapped versions of multiple assets. The network has already seen the stablecoin usage increase significantly over the past 3 quarters, according to Token Terminal. Oh, okay. So, what's happening here? We're getting a wrap version. They have wrap BTC, which ended up being a very popular product on here. Essentially, what you're seeing is a lot of players like using Base from Coinbase. Yeah, I know, it's riddled with scams, it's riddled with a whole bunch of garbage, but again, this comes back to relevancy in the crypto world. XRP is going to remain relevant. Do you know how many cryptos there are right now? 15.43 million. I've got highlighted at the top of my screen. You know how many of those are zombie cryptos where there's just like nothing, there's no news about them, there's no trading volume, there's nothing juicy? Most of them. Like, most of them. So, the fact that XRP is staying relevant in the news is a good thing, right? It's keeping us front and center for people. So, you're going to have some people from the CME group that are like, yo, I'm going to play XRP futures. And some of those people are going to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to play XRP spot. I think I'm going to play native token. That's good for us. That's better than butt poop shitcoin where no one hears about it anymore. Since no one hears about it, no one wants to trade about it. It's not relevant. It's not in the news. The same thing here with Coinbase's base wrap tokens. Staying relevant. Why is it important? Because 15 million cryptos out there. You got to stay relevant. Now, altcoins slid a little bit here. We're at 30 out of 100. The fear and greed index, we're sitting at 74, which is a bit in the greed. Overall volume for the crypto market still holding very strong right now at $150 billion. Institutional money, okay, it leveled off here over the last couple days, but overall the trend is still what, everyone? Inflows, inflows, inflows. Open interest is still strong, and applied volatility is still there. Why? Well, look at the gold charts, right? Gold market selling off on massive volume. XRP charts look like what? Pretty healthy over the last 7 days, don't they? Once my PC loads up on the screen, there we go, PC. Wake up this morning. Come on now. Here's the 7-day chart. Now, earlier, we got rejected at the 260 mark. We started fighting back at that, and let's actually zoom in on those candlesticks. But first, volume, 5.5 billion. Healthy. We're staying relevant. That's what today's news is all about. We're making another run at it. Why? Because earlier we got rejected at that 261 mark. And I told you that was the key right here that we had to pay attention to. We got rejected again here and again here and again here. Then early this morning we started making runs again. My phone started popping off going, yo, bro, you got to pay attention. We did. We started pushing through that. We got up to that 265 mark again. And uh-oh, look, it lines up right with this rejection right here, that 265. So right now the market is telling us what? 265 is the ceiling for XRP, but that's good. That means we busted through that 261 mark. And we're doing it on what? Midweek, as things have kind of cooled down from the hot, spicy news over the weekend with the trade deal between the United States and China. So again, we are remaining relevant. That's why these stories are important. That's why I know it sucks that they're settling this with cash and not XRP. I get it. Some players don't like wrap tokens out there, but it's going to get more people into native token. It's not like I'm sharing, oh, guess what? The CME group is launching fairy dust beehole pirate tokens. No, they're not. They're playing in XRP's backyard, keeping us relevant. And you're seeing that with the volume and you're seeing that with the price action. And right now, XRP is making another move. This is what we want. Continuous moves to the upside. And what's awesome about this, 2 weeks ago, everyone, we were talking about XRP right around the $2.10 mark. And now we're looking at $2.60. What a difference 2 weeks makes. And yes, relevance is the name of the game. Because how many crypto projects out there have launched and now aren't even relevant? I mean, look, you could zoom in on all these little things out here. What about ENS? Oh yeah. What about Core? No one plays Core anymore. Heck, you could go into this right here, right? You could go into all your cryptos. Watch what happens. I'm gonna go into cryptocurrencies. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna keep scrolling. I'm gonna keep on scrolling, and I'm gonna go to cryptos like 600-700 in market cap. What about this one? This is Autonomous. No one gives a shit about that. Cerebro. No one cares about that either. You see what I'm saying? No one's launching ETF products regarding this. No one's launching wrapped anything about any of this crap right here. These are all junk tokens. But if you've got a juicy product, players want to play in your backyard, and that's the story with today's XRP news. Oh, did you notice I changed the background color on the last segment? Yeah, you probably did because you're smart and you watch the videos. But it is about relevance. And seriously, go on CoinMarketCap one of these days, right? Go list all the cryptos out there. Go to page number 2 when you start going to coins 101 to 200 by market cap. You haven't heard of like most of them. And that's what I'm saying. We're already in like coins 100 to 200 out of 15 million and you haven't heard of most of them. So that's why relevance is key, because relevance is going to keep you going. Relevance is what kept XRP in the top 10 its entire career. Yes, the case sucked, but relevance, right, kept us in the news. Okay, here's a good example. What about Martha Stewart? Martha Stewart went to jail, right? Remember that? Everyone's like, oh, Martha Stewart's career is over. Martha's done. Martha is bigger since the jail thing. All of a sudden, the people that were interested in Martha grew because a lot of people were like, yo, Martha's probably not that boring, because if Homegirl went to jail, now maybe she's not such a square. And then she partners up with Snoop Dogg, and now all of a sudden she's super relevant. You see what I'm saying here with all this? Relevance is key. You don't want to be a zombie in this space, because this space will forget about you, because there's always a new player jumping in trying to steal the thunder. That's why with the meme coin things, I swear, I did a video 2 weeks ago and we were at like 13.5 million. You're just seeing all these cryptos flood into the market, and relevancy is winning. And XRP is winning. Third in market cap, awesome. And we keep pushing on up price-wise. Like I showed you earlier, we're at that 260 mark right now. We were able to break the 261 resistance, which was cool. We were able to touch 265 again, but we got pushed back down. That's okay. I'm okay with that, because I would rather report on that than going, all right, everyone, we're trying to hold $2 right now. Yep, here we go. Oh, if we get lucky, we might get 205. No, we're talking about 250, 260 on the way up. And if we happen to get something juicy with stablecoin regs, bonus. And if we happy to get something juicy with the spot XRP ETF settled in XRP, bonus McBonerson, because then that means what? Relevancy, settlement in XRP, and price juicy action. So think of Martha Stewart and think of what Martha Stewart's career was before she went to jail and after. Before she went to jail, she was Martha Stewart, Polly Prissy Prude Pants. Only so many people liked Martha. Then Martha went to jail. She was all over the freaking news. She's partnered up with Snoop Dogg. She's got commercials all over the place. And now Martha is huge. And remember all the people that said, yo, Martha going to jail, her career is over? Wrong. It put her front and center. And that's what you're seeing right now with XRP. Front and center with players wanting to play in the backyard. So choo-choo what? Oh, you know I'm going to do it. I'm putting the sign on. That's why it's flashing behind me. Choo-choo what? I'm going to even move my mic out of the way. Choo-choo this. Choo-choo biz nachos. Buenos dias. El choo-choo biz nachos.